Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Simple Fish Life. So today's video I'm going to talk to you about my sump, how I set my sump up, what I've put in my sump. I'm also going to set up something in a tank to try and get rid of the poo that I keep accumulating, that I want to get rid of. It's irritating me like crazy. So that's today's video. It's Video Thursday. I hope you enjoy. So if you guys you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button for me, press the little bell, or the little thing, whatever it is, and remember, leave me a thumbs up. It just encourages me to do more videos. I love doing these videos, so the more you guys subscribe, the more you like, the more I'm going to keep cracking these out, and just keep knocking them out for you boys and girls. I hope you enjoy them, because I enjoy doing them. Right, so I've got 4 sections in my sump. I've got the overflow, which comes into my sump. In that section alone, I have it's just a load of sponge at the minute. I was aiming to put a trickle tower in there, but none of that worked. It just all fell apart. Not literally, but how I wanted it to work just fell apart. So I scrapped that idea, chucked that one out pretty quick. At the minute, I've just got a ton of sponges in there. Any sponge that I've got, I've chucked in there to try and build up the mechanical media in there. I have been playing with the idea of putting some filter socks in there. Tell me what you guys think. Do you think I should go with filter socks? Make a little shelf, put some filter socks in there, or should I just fill it with square sponges? I don't know, 6, one after the other, maybe put something finer in between them. What do you guys think? Let me know. So that's the first section. So in the second section is where all the beneficial bacteria is being kept, with my pot scrubbies, some ceramic rings I've got in there. They're in a big bag. I've got some alpha grog in the bag as well. They're all staying in that bag, so they don't float around, obviously get all messed up. They're all in there, the pop scrubbies are in there, and they're all sitting on a bit of egg crate, so the water has to travel through all of the beneficial bacteria under the baffle, back up again. In that section of baffle, I've got 2 media blocks, I'll show you in a sec. Nothing expensive, I think I bought them off eBay for a couple of quid. So the water has to travel through the blocks until it gets to my third section, which I want to make a refugium. At the minute, I've got some plastic balls just floating around in there. They're just in there, not doing much at the minute. I'll use them for a later date, or I'll chuck them in the bag as well. But they're just in there. So I want to get some plants. I want to get some Java moss, is it? Java moss, I think. If you guys know of any other plants that I can put in the refugium, let me know. I'm not entirely sure on what ones to put in there. I've never made a refugium before. I've never made a sump before. This is my first time. So I'm still learning. There's loads of things that I wish I could have changed now. I should have changed, but that doesn't matter. It's done now. It's doing the job. Next time when I build another one, I know what to do. So, refugium, let me know what plants to put in the refugium if you guys got any ideas, and I'll look into getting some of them plants at a later date. And then, obviously, again, goes under the egg crate and just gets sucked up back into my tank. That's my sump. That's how I've got my sump set up. It's as simple as that. I'll show you guys now. I've taken the front cover off, and I will show you my sump. Come and have a look. So, I don't know how well you guys can see this, but that is my overflow pipe, which goes up into my tank. It comes out through that bit there into the filter floss. I've put it on a little stand at the minute, and it is absolutely jam-packed with filters. sponge filters. Can't get any more in there. I don't know if you can see that too well. So the water comes down, it's forced through all of this media, down under there, comes up here into this section, where again it has to travel through all of this media, all the way down under the egg crate, through these blocks, up into this section, which is going to be the refugium. Let's move that light, it's in the way. Let's show you again, quick, that's better. So down, under, over. Now, these holes weren't originally here. I made my baffles too tall. So I had to improvise and make some holes to get the water out, because it wasn't coming out quick enough. And these are just the plastic balls I've got in there. Just floating around, that's all. And then back up into the tank. There they are, there's the boys. There's the boss flying around. And these boys and girls, should we say, are my beauties of the tank. Get that light off, it's shining. Don't like the light. So you can't see the overflow too much. I went for a black pipe to go with a black background. Makes it nice. Can't really see it. Oh, can't forget these guys. I love this little bit. These guys are crazy in here. They're growing so fast. They're all coming up to the glass now. Look, just know you're going to be feeding them. They know food's coming. Love it. If you guys got any other ideas of what I can do to my sump to enhance it, to make it a little bit more better, just leave me some comments, drop me some comments down below, and I'll get back to every single one of you guys that message me. If you take your time out to watch this video and leave a comment and a like, I'm going to take my time out and get back to you guys. It's brilliant when you do it. I love reading your messages. It's amazing. So what I want to add to my tank is it's basically a little bubble rock. I've got a small bubble rock because the poo keeps going around, staying in a dead spot in my tank, and I want to find a way how to get rid of it. Basically, I think I've got such a large tank, the flow doesn't quite get all the way around, because if I just had the arowana in there, I'd ramp my flow up really high, because I know the arowana is going to love the flow. But because of my discus, I don't want too much of a flow. They're not going to like that. So my flow's not masses amount. It's good, but it's not huge amount. Whereas it'd be all right in a smaller tank. It'd probably get around a lot better. But where my tank's so large, it just struggles. Once it's all the way to the end, it just sits there. So the last video I've done, my live on Sunday, I think it was, I briefly spoke about the poo that sits in the bottom of my tank that just sits there. And I got to talking to a bloke on YouTube. He's a fellow YouTuber. He loves his fish. His name is Matt's Monster Fish. I highly advise you guys to go check him out. He gave me some sound advice. He said, why don't you go and put a bubble rock down by the poo so that the bubbles will bring the poo up into the water more towards my overflow, which will hopefully get rid of the poo in my tank. So on his advice, that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave a link above for you guys to go check him out. Remember, Matt's Monster Fish, quality guy. Cheers buddy, thanks for your advice. I shall give it a go. So all I'm using is just an air pump, nothing special. Elite 800, it's just one I've had kicking about for a while. Air hose, and a tiny weeny air stone. I'm going to get a bigger one though, this might be a bit too small. So, there's my overflow system, there's the poo, time to go get it. Right, so the air stone's in. I've had to move my overflow forward a bit because it's just sucking up all the air. That's a bit of an issue, but I'll figure that out. I'll show you quickly how it's doing. So this is my targeted area. This is where all my poo just sits under my overflow all the time. Guaranteed to be siphoning that out. I'm going to leave that in there. I don't think the stone's big enough. I think I'm going to have to buy a bigger stone and see how this gets on for a couple of days. If you guys enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel guys, press the little bell, it just motivates me more. Like I said, I love doing this stuff, I love talking about my fish, I love showing you guys how they're getting on. So that's it. Air stone's in. I'm gonna buy a bigger air stone. I think it needs it. I showed you around the sump. Nothing special. It's quite a basic sump, but I think you'll agree it's gonna do the job quite well. Again, if you've got any tips, leave me a comment. I'll read them and I'll see about adding stuff. Let me know about plants. I want to know about plants. And again, shout out to Matt's Monster Fish. Check him out. Top man. Thank you very much for your advice. Remember guys, hit that subscribe button. Press the little bell thing so you get all the updates of my latest content. And thank you for watching.